Yeah. So now that you all know why we are here, I think it's better if we straight away jump to our session. Okay. So when it comes to TCS, so you guys obviously know what are the things that we have in TCS, what are the rounds that you have in TCS when it comes to your written test. So in that written test, we have a lot of rounds like starting from your quantitative aptitude, reasoning ability, verbal ability, technical MCQs, and then coding, obviously. But out of all of that, in this session, we are going to discuss only your numerical ability. Clear? So we'll discuss in the next upcoming sessions, the rest. Done. And now, to begin with, why should we have this TCS NQT? Why should we start with TCS NQT? That's our first question, right? Because we have got a lot of companies. Then why should I opt for TCS NQT? And guys, listen here. See, when it comes to bulk recruitment, what do you mean by bulk recruitment? People, companies that hire a lot of people at the same time. So, when it comes to bulk recruiters, we have very minimal bulk recruiters when it comes to IT sector. We've got TCS and Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant. And if you guys have noticed one thing, a lot of companies they are almost done with their recruitment process. DXC is over, Infosys got over, and Capgemini got over, and now that you guys have TCS, and the last chance I would say is to get into any bulk recruitment company, which obviously is TCS. Yeah, CTS is also happening, but still, I'm telling you, these are your last chances, guys. If you want to enter into a top MNC company that recruits in bulk, where your chances of getting hired is also high. Unlike your other companies, here they recruit a lot of people, so your chances of getting recruited is also high. So please do make sure you guys give your best in TCS NQT. And you guys don't even have a lot of time. All you guys have is hardly a week, not even a week, I would say. So make sure you guys do your fullest. Okay? Not just fullest, give your 200% in it. Because to be frank, I'm not going to sugarcoat it to you guys. Okay, this is almost like your last chance. Make sure this attempt counts. That's how you're supposed to do it. And TCS NQT, uh, like very few other companies where they give opportunity to all. Okay, earlier what happened, TCS, not just TCS, any company, what it does is it goes to only the few selected colleges in and around your city or pan India, and they recruit people only from those colleges. Whereas the people from other colleges, they don't even have a chance to get hired. Whereas now that it has become a NQT, National Qualifier Test, no matter which college you guys are from, you do have a chance to get into TCS NQT. Yes, definitely, yes. Everyone gets an opportunity, but it's up to you guys to make sure you guys grab that opportunity. And what is this TCS ION score? What is this TCS ION score? For the first time in TCS, they have given something called a TCS ION course. Guys, listen carefully. What I'm trying to tell you is that TCS ION, they have come up with a new score here. The test that you guys opt for here. Okay. So once you submit a test, you obviously get a score. But this particular TCS ION score, okay, it is not just going to help you in your TCS, but also in other companies that are associated with TCS ION. A lot of companies are associated in TCS ION. Okay, you can go and check that. These are some categorized ways in which these companies are. Like you guys also have IT companies, BFSI companies. Uh, you guys know what is a BFSI, right? Banking and finance related, manufacturing companies, pharma companies are also there, and consumer good companies. Yeah, including TCS, obviously. A lot of companies are associated with TCS ION. So once you guys have a very good score in TCS ION, you don't just have a chance to get into TCS, you also have a chance to get into any other companies that are associated with TCS ION. That's the best thing about TCS. And now, coming to your numerical ability, that's your quantitative part, we obviously know there are 26 questions and there are only 40 minutes time to solve each and every question there. Listen carefully, there are only 40 minutes time to solve. In that case, you hardly have a minute and a half to solve each and every question. You hardly have a minute and a half to solve each and every question. And now you might think, sir, this is fine. I can solve a question within 1.5 minutes. Okay, we'll see. Okay, I'm not demotivating you guys. Listen carefully. See, if you guys have attended any other companies like CTS, Wipro and all that, they have a different pattern and their standard of question is different. But when it comes to TCS, definitely their standard of question is much more higher. So that is the reason why I'm stressing this part. TCS questions are the standard. I'm not telling you that this is the most difficult question, no, but it is definitely difficult than many other companies is written exam. For which, what are you supposed to do? One thing, practice, practice, practice and practice. There is no other rule. There is no other rule. And now you might think, sir, what if I study all the concepts of quantitative ability? Yes, that's the first thing that you are supposed to do. But unless and otherwise you guys practice a lot, you will not know whether you'll be able to complete that particular difficulty question in the given time. And not just any question. See, certain topics are like mensuration, geometry question, polynomial equations, graphs based questions, and statistics questions. Where what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to make sure you guys are supposed to complete that in the given time, that is less than 1.5 minutes. So your time management are very, 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 very important. And one good news about TCS, you guys obviously can use your calculators. It's not that you can use your own calculator. A calculator will be provided on your screen, which can use it, but that will be a basic calculator. That will be a basic calculator. It's not a scientific calculator, not scientific. Please do make sure you guys understand this. It's just a basic calculator where you can perform your normal functions. It's not a scientific calculator. Done. And just because you guys have a calculator, please don't use that every now and then just to make sure you guys are, sure and all that. Okay. So you use it whenever it is necessary. And how about skipping the questions? Sir, I have 26 questions and I have only 40 minutes time to solve. Let's say you guys have a question and you're not able to solve it within 1.5 minutes. What are you supposed to do? My best suggestion, skip that question. If you are not able to get the answer within hardly 2 minutes, my suggestion is skip the question and go for the next one. You should not have wasted 2 minutes in the first place. Once you see a question, you would be able to understand whether it will be easy for me to do it within 2 minutes or not. And if you think it is not possible, just skip it and go for the next one. Okay. And that doesn't mean you can skip everything. Okay. You should be practical also. Done. Attend the questions for the topics that you're familiar with and confident. You obviously, everyone would have their own favorite subjects. Definitely, yes. Done. If that is the case, please do make sure you guys have your favorite topics. And once you get to see a question from that topic, never even miss that chance. Use it and grab it like hell. And attention to question. TCS has always been one such company where what happens is they play with the length of the questions. They play with you in terms of the length of a question. Okay, what happens is sometimes they'll give you a question for 7 to 8 lines in a paragraph mode, but the question would have been very, very simple. Okay, but they will make you think that it is a difficult question, but it might not. And at the same time, once a question is long enough, you guys have to understand one thing. It could either be very, very simple, or even if it's not simple, you have enough data. You have enough data to solve it. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So my advice is never ever get panicked because the length of that particular question is very high. No. My suggestion is that should be the easiest, because it could either be very, very simple question, because that's how TCS has operated all these years, or in the other case, it has enough data for you guys to solve a question. You don't have to derive a lot of data. Enough data are already there. All you have to do is Substitute the data and find the answer for that particular question. That's how it would be. And make use of the fill in the blanks question. Make use of the fill in the blanks question. Sometimes you will also have a fill in the blanks question in TCS NQT. You might also get fill in the blanks question instead of multiple choice question. In case of a fill in the blanks question, most probably the answers will be, the questions will be very, very easier. It would either be simplify the given equation or something related to your calculations. So if it's calculations, it's quite simple. You guys also have a calculator around. Make use of it. Next thing that you're supposed to remember is never ever switch a tab for any reason. Never switch a tab. Never ever do that, guys. Don't even minimize it, nothing. And remember, you guys are being proctored. It's a proctored test. Okay, you guys are being monitored. Okay, every action that you guys do is it's recorded and it's monitored. So please do make sure you guys don't do that mistake. Even if you guys switch tabs, it will automatically get submitted. So don't do that mistake. A lot of you might have this particular suggestion. Sir, I'll open one more tab. I'll copy this question. I'll paste it there. No. First of all, copy will not work there. And even if you guys try to type it, so if by the time you guys open in Numerical, it will be submitted here. So don't ever risk that. Never ever do that. Not risking. Don't do that. Okay. And to be on the safer side, make sure you guys have at least 70% in your quantitative part. Make sure you guys have at least 70% in your quantitative part. Yeah, Mr. Venkatesh, if you want to talk something, just post it in the chat box. I think Venkatesh is facing some trouble with my audibility. What about other ways? Am I audible? Yeah, fine then. Super. Okay. Now, the next one. Practice with as many repeated questions as possible. Practice with as many repeated questions as possible. And here is where you should understand one thing. I'm not telling you that questions are going to repeat. No, that's not what I mean here. That is never what I meant. Once I say practice with as many repeated questions as possible, once you go with the repeated questions, you will have the same standard of questions. The level of difficulty will be the same in the previous year questions. That is the main reason why I'm asking you guys to solve the previous year's questions. So once you guys get familiarized with that, you'll be able to understand which one to attend and how to attend. You can tackle everything. Is that clear, everyone? That's how you're supposed to do it. Okay. And one more thing, write a few mock tests. Because what happens is, in a mock test, what happens? You'll be given the same number of questions, same time. Let's say in this, you have 26 questions and 40 minutes time for that, right? Yes. If you attend a mock test, you'll be able to understand how much questions you are able to attend within this 40 minutes time. In this 40 minutes time, how many questions am I able to attend? That's very, very important. That is the reason why I'm insisting on you guys to write few mock tests. Only then you'll be able to understand how many questions we're able to attend. That's how things work. Unless and otherwise you guys practice, it doesn't matter if you guys are very good in all the concepts. If I give you a question, you will be able to solve it very good. But will you be able to solve it within time? That's what is important. That is what is very, very important. So try to practice a lot. And obviously you guys know the pattern, I guess. So when it comes to your numerical ability, you guys have 26 questions and 40 minutes time to solve them. And when it comes to reasoning, 30 questions and 50 minutes time. And verbal ability, 24 questions and 30 minutes time. In programming logics, you have 10 questions and 50 minutes time. And now, when it comes to coding, you guys have two coding questions here. It's not a single coding, you guys have two coding questions. And you have 45 minutes to solve that two coding programs. And now, what we're going to do is, we'll try to solve few sample questions yeah, very good. Now we'll try to solve few sample questions that TCS has given us. Are you guys ready? Shall we start with few sample questions? Very good. First, I want you guys to do one thing. Have a pen and paper with you guys right now. Make sure you guys have a pen or paper so that you can note down, calculate and everything. Okay. Okay, people. We'll start with the first question here. Okay. The ratio of ages of A and B 9 years ago was 23:12. The ratio of their ages after 15 years will be 35:24. I have two different ratios in two different timelines, and they are asking me to find out their present age ratio. I need the ratio of their present ages. Now, what I'm going to do is, let's say 9 years ago, their ages were in the ratio 23:12. So 9 years ago, I'm going to assume their ages as 23x and 12x. If that is the case, what is their present age? Nine years ago, this was their age. So their present age should be 23x plus 9 and 12x plus 9. Yeah. So like Vandana says, x minus 9 is this one. So x is this one, right? So their present ages are 23x plus 9 and 12x plus 9. And now, what is the other thing that I know? The ratio of their ages after 15 years will be 35:24, right? Now, if that is the case, after 15 years, what will be their ages? After 15 years, it will be 23x plus 9 plus 15. It becomes 24. And the other age will be 12x plus 24. Now, this are the two ages whose ratio I know. So 23x plus 24 divided by 12x plus 24 are in the ratio 35 and 24. Now, if you guys multiply that on the other sides, what do you guys get? What is 23 to 24? I know 24 square is 576. So 24 less than that. So it is 552x plus 576 because 24 square. 35 into 12, 10 times 350 plus 70. What do you get? 420x plus, what is 35 into 24? You guys obviously have your calculator, so don't worry about it. But still, you guys are supposed to do these basic calculations on your own. What is this 35 into 24? It's 840. Fine. Now, if you simplify them, you get 132x on one side, and in the 576 to the other side, you have 840 minus 576, you have 264. And now obviously the value of x is 2 now. The value of x is 2. Now, it is easy for me to find out their present ages, right? What is the percentages now? Substitute the value of x as 2. Substitute the value of x as 2 here. What happens to the percentages now? 23 into 2, 46. 46 plus 9, 55. 55. And 12 into 2, 24. 24 plus 9, 33. Now what is the ratio? What is the ratio of their percentages? Come on guys, give me your answers in the chat box. 5 to 3. Very good. Now. It's 5 to 3. Very good, very good. Yes. Done. We move on to the next question now. Here's your next question. Now, this question is based on pipes and systems. This question is based on pipes and systems. Now, pipe A and B can fill an empty tank in 40 minutes and 60 minutes respectively. Okay, pipe A and B are filling pipes. They are filling the tank. Whereas pipe C can empty the tank in X minutes. I don't know what is the value of X. Okay, clear. But it is in terms of minutes, fine. All the three pipes are opened for 24 minutes and then C is closed. A and B can fill the tank in another 16 minutes. Okay, listen to everything that they've said right now. First, what happened? A, B and C was open for 24 minutes and then C was closed, which means A and B was still running, and it took 16 more minutes to fill the tank. What is the value of X? What is the value of X? Now, when it comes to any pipe systems questions or your time number question, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to find out their efficiency of each and every pipe. That should obviously be your first step. Now, I know A can fill the tank in 40 minutes. B can fill the tank in 60 minutes. And C can empty the tank in X minutes. Now, what is the total tank's capacity? I don't know. I don't know the tank's capacity. So that is the reason what we always do, assume the tank's capacity as the LCM of times given. So 40, 60 and X. What is the LCM of 40 and 60 here? It is 120. So I'm going to assume the total tank's capacity as 120x liters. If that is the case, A pipe can fill this entire 120x liters in 40 minutes. So it will fill 3x liters in 1 minute. Same way, B pipe, it fills this entire tank capacity in 60 minutes. So in 1 minute, it would fill 2 liters or else 2x liters to be precise. Whereas when it comes to our pipe C, I know that it takes x minutes time to empty the entire tank. X minutes to empty the entire tank. So that is the reason why we always have a negative symbol. Yeah, A plus B minus. Very good. So minus 120 liters per minute. So I know their individual efficiencies now based on my assumptions. Very good. Now, if you guys think carefully, A and B, the pipes A and B, they were open for the entire time duration. They were open for 24 minutes, the first 24 minutes, and they were also open for the next 16 minutes. So can I say for sure they were open for 40 minutes? Definitely, yes. They were definitely open for the entire 40 minutes. Now, if A and B were open together, listen, A and B together, (5x liters per minute. You guys get it? A can fill 3x liters per minute. B can fill 2x liters per minute. So if A and B are open together, they will fill 5x liters in every minute. I know they were open for 40 minutes. So in 40 minutes, what will happen in 40 minutes? 40 into 5x liters. So that is 200x liters. But what is the tank's capacity, people? What is the tank's capacity? I know tank's capacity is only 120x liters. But here they are filling 200x liters. How is that possible? Yes, it is definitely possible. How is that possible? Because this excess 80 liters or else 80x liters was drained by my third pipe. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If A and B were open for the entire 40 minutes, it would fill 200x liters. But 200x liters is practically impossible because the tank's capacity itself is only 120x liters, which means this excess 80x liters was drained away from the tank because of the third pipe. Okay. And I know that the third pipe, C, it was opened only for 24 minutes. And now listen carefully. I'm talking about pipe C now. Pipe C. I know it has drained 80x liters. 80x liters in 24 minutes because it was open only for 24 minutes. After that, it was closed. So it should have drained this 80x liters in the 24 minutes only. Yes, and that is equal to its efficiency. That's its efficiency, now 120x or is 120. Its efficiency is only 120. It's not the tank capacity. Done. I know the efficiency, C's efficiency, and I know it has drained 80x liters in 24 minutes. If you guys find out the value of x, what is the value of x that you guys get here? It's 3 times, and then it's 36. The answer is 36 minutes. Hope you guys understand. Yeah, very good, Vandana. Very good. The answer is 36. We'll move on to the next question now. The difference between outer and inner surfaces of a right circular metallic pipe. So it's a right circular metallic pipe. 14 centimeter long. Okay, if that is the case, let's say this is my pipe. So there is an outer surface and there is also an inner surface. Done. And I know it is 14 centimeters long. Okay, got it. It's 14 centimeters long. And what they have given me, the difference in outer surface area and inner surface area. Outer and inner surface area. That is given. That is 176 centimeters square. If the pipe is made of 396 centimeter cube metal. What is this particular data? If the pipe is made of 396 centimeter cube metal, which means its volume, this hollow pipe's volume. How do I find out this hollow pipe's volume? Find out the volume with the help of outer radius. Find out the volume with the help of inner radius. Subtract them, you will get the hollow one's volume. That is known. That is 396 centimeter cube. Now, if that is the case, sum of outer and inner radii is how much in terms of centimeter? That is my question. They are asking me to find out Let's say I'm assuming this as capital R and this is small r. Capital R and small r. What is capital R plus small r? That's my question. Okay, now let's go with the known data. What is the data that is known? Height, 14 centimeter. And then what is the other thing that I know? The difference in their surface area. What is the formula for my surface area? It's 2 pi r h, right? 2 pi r into height. So for the outer surface, 2 pi capital R into same height minus 2 pi small r into h, and I know it is 176. With this, take away the known values. Let's say 2 pi and h is known. Into capital R minus small r is equal to 176. And so capital R minus small r's value is 176 by 2 pi h. So 2 into h, 14 into pi value. Take pi value as 22 by 7. So 22 by 7 becomes into 7. Right? Now, if you find out what is the value that I get here, what is the value, people? Very good. It's 2. It's 2. So the difference in the radius is known. It's 2 centimeter. Very good. If you guys cancel it, it's very easy. It's definitely divisible by 11. So 11, 6, 11, 2, and then it's easier now. It's just very good. Okay, guys. The difference is known. Now, what is the other data that I know? The volume. This hollow volume is something that I know. I know that the volume is 396 centimeter cube. And what is the formula to find out the volume of a particular cylinder? Volume pi r square h. So pi into capital R square h minus pi into small r square h is 396 centimeter cube. 396 centimeter cube. Now, just like how we have always done, take away the known values. Pi into h into capital R square minus small r square is equal to 396. And pi 22 by 7 into h 14. Now, the synthesis of the form a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So obviously this is of the form a square minus b square. I can obviously write that as a plus b into a minus b. So r plus r into capital R minus small r into 396. Why did I do this way? Because this is required and this is known. I don't know the value of capital R or small r or either one. But I know one value and the other value is actually the question. Now it's easy. How do I do it now? It's just 2 here. So 22 into 2 into capital R plus small r. What is the difference? Capital R minus small r. I know it is 2 is equal to 396. Now tell me what is the value of capital R plus small r now? Very good. Super Raj. And Manga. It's 4.5. 4.5 centimeters. Good guys. Okay. Now that I hope you guys are clear, we'll move on to the next question now. Here's the next question. The cost of 5 chairs and 2 tables is 5820, and the cost of 2 chairs and 1 table is 2640 rupees. The cost of 1 table is what percentage more than the cost of 2 chairs? They are asking us to round off to the nearest integer value. I know 5 chair plus 2 table is equal to 5820. And what is the other thing that I know? 2 chair plus 1 table is equal to 2640. Now let's say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now equation 1 into 2. Multiply equation 1 into 2. So this becomes 4 chair plus 2 table is equal to, what is 2640 into 2? 5280. And now subtract them. What do you get? Cost of one chair is equal to 540. 540 rupees. The cost of a chair I know now. Now substitute this in the first equation. So equation 1 becomes 2 into 540 plus table is 2640. The cost of table becomes 2640 minus, what is 540 to 2? 1080. So when I subtract them, what is the value that I get? 1560. This is the cost of one table. I know their individual costs now. Now let's find out the actual data. What is the actual required data? The cost of one table is what percentage more than the cost of two chairs? Cost of one table 1560. Cost of two chairs, I know it is 1080. Now this cost is what percentage more than this cost? Right? Very good. Now, how do you find this out? Their difference 1560 minus 1080 divided by, what is the base value here? Is it 1560 or 1080? Come on guys, tell me. The cost of one table is what percentage more than the cost of two chairs? Very good, Muthukumar. Very good. Here the base value is 1080. They are comparing that with the cost of two chairs. So this should be my base value into 100. You guys, yeah, very good, Nishita. Done. So if you guys subtract it, you get, I get 480. 480 by 1080 into 100. It's easier now because in 12, when you cancel it in 12, you get 4 by 11. 4 by 11. You guys know that, right? 1 by 11's percentage value. Sorry, 1 by 9, right? Yeah. So 4 by 9 into 100 is what I have now. I know 1 by 9 is 11.11 percentage. So 4 by 9 is 44.44 percentage. You guys are definitely supposed to know these basic values like 1 by 8. What is 1 by 8 in percentage form? Or else what is 1 by 6 in percentage form? What is 1 by 11 in percentage form? What is 1 by 8 into 100? It's 12.5%. What is 1 by 6 into 100? It is 16.66 percentage. What is 1 by 11? It is 9.09%. Very good, very good. So these values you should remember always. It's very, very important. So the nearest value is 44%. That's always very good. We'll move on to the next one now. Okay. Listen here. Train A and B, they start moving trains. So it's a question based on time, speed, distance. Fine, very good. We'll do it now. Train A and B start moving at the same time from stations X and Y. From stations X and Y, respectively, towards each other on parallel tracks. After passing each other, A and B take X hours and 8 hours to reach Y and X respectively. If the speed of B is 25% more than that of A, the speed of B is 25% more than that of A, then what is the value of X? Fine, that's what I'm supposed to find out. We'll do it now. Now, listen carefully. Two trains, A and B. Let's say train A starts from X and train B, it starts from Y. And this is that path. And let's say this is where they meet. Let's say somewhere here. Let's say the meeting point is O. I'm going to name that as O now. Now, the data that I know right now is after meeting A and B take X and 8 hours to reach Y and X respectively. Let's say if I talk about A, which started from X, from O to the Y point, it started from X, it met here, and then it went all the way to Y. From this meeting point to Y, I know it takes X hours. And when it comes to B, it started from Y, it came all the way, met the other train here, and then went here. From meeting point O to X, it took 8 hours. Now, let's assume something. I know the speed of B is 25% more than that of A. So what I'm going to do is assume A's speed as 100 km per hour. So what happens to the B speed now? I know it is 25% more than that. So B speed becomes 125 km per hour. Okay. And what is the other thing that I know? B train, it takes 8 hours to move from O to X. The B train, it takes 8 hours to move from O to X. So for B, it took 8 hours to move from O to X, which means its speed. If I want to find out the distance, what is the formula for distance? Distance is equal to speed into time. I know its speed now, 125 into, what is the time taken for that? 8 hours. What is 125 into 8? Yes, speed into time. I know it is 1000 kilometers. 1000 kilometers. So I know the distance between O and X is 1000 kilometers now. It's 1000 kilometers. So even here it should be 1000 kilometers. Okay, done. If this is the case, guys, listen, A train, what did it do? It started from X. Both X, A and B, they started together, right? B started here, obviously. Okay, they started together and they met at O, which means the time taken for A to cover OX will be equal to time taken for B to cover OY. The time taken by this train to reach O from X will be equal to the time taken by the other train to reach O from here. Because they started together, they are meeting here. So it's quite obvious now. Which means, let's find out what is the time taken by A to cover this 1000 kilometers. So time taken by A time to cover OX. What's the time taken to cover OX? How will I find out time taken? Time is equal to distance by speed. I know the distance is 1000 kilometers. Just now I found out. Divided by its speed. A speed is 100 km per hour. So I now know it is 10 hours. So The train A takes 10 hours to cross this, which means the Y train should have taken 10 hours to move from this place to this place. Only then, within 10 hours, they would have reached the same point. Very good. Now, if that is the case, what happens to train B? So, train B in 10 hours, it would cover 1250 kilometers, right? How is this 1250? 10 into 125. That's all. So it would have covered 1250 kilometers, which means this distance is 1250 kilometers, which means this distance is also 1250 kilometers. And what is it that I know now? This train, A train, it took X hours to go from O to Y. I was in train A from O to Y, it took X hours. How will I find out time now? Time is equal to, again, distance by speed. Distance 1250 by its speed 100 km per hour, which means it should have taken 12.5 hours. So the value of X is 12.5 hours. So guys, listen, this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to TCS, when I tell you that the questions are standard, it doesn't mean the questions are difficult. Okay, you'll be able to solve it, but it is a bit time consuming. Yes. Like I told you, I'm not going to sugarcoat it to you guys because you're going to face the reality in less than a week. There is no point of sugarcoating it right now. Yes, it is time consuming. Then how do I make it easier? Practice. That's the only way. Because just think of a situation where you guys go to a TCS exam and you guys face this question. Okay, without practice, it will definitely take at least 5 minutes for you guys to solve it. But once you guys practice a lot, you get to use all these calculators also, make use of them. And that's only when you'll be able to solve this within the given time. Okay, we'll move on to the next question now. Here's the data. Here, the question says, let X be the median of the data. Median of the given data. If 16 and 23 are replaced by 30 and 32 respectively in the data, then let Y be the median of the resulting data. So X is the median of this data, and I change a bit here, and Y is the median of the changed data, new data. Okay. First of all, how do I find out median? How do I find out median? Median, what is median? It is actually the middle term of a set of data once they are written in ascending order. First, how do I write this in ascending order? What is the smallest number? 9. And then I have 15, and then I have 16, and then I have 20, and then I have 23, and then 26. What is the next number that I have? 28. Yes, I do have. And then 32. Write that in ascending order. I have 32 here, I have 33, I have 34. Do you have 35? Yes, I have 35. And then 36, 37, no. Finally, 43. Now listen here, I have written that in ascending order. Now, here, how many terms do I have? Count and tell me how many terms do I have here? Come on guys, make it fast. I have 12 terms. Listen, if there are 3 terms, let's say 1, 2, 3. What is the median? 2 is my median. Yeah, there are 12 terms. Now, what am I supposed to do if the data is 1, 2, 3, 4? So I have 4 terms. I've written them in ascending order, but how do I find out the median? Take the middle pair and find out the average, 2.5. Same way, what is the middle pair? 6th and 7th. Yeah, 6th and 7th. So what is the average here? It's 26 plus 28 by 2, so it's so definitely 27. So value of x is known. Now, what happens to my new data? 16 and 23 are replaced by 30 and 32. 16 is gone, 23 is gone. So I have 9 here, 15 here, 20 here, and then 26 here, and then 28 here, and then 30, and then the introduced 32, and already existing 32, and then 33, 34, 35, and 43. I've written them in ascending order. Now, the 6th and 7th term, again, the number of terms are going to be the same because we have just replaced them, right? Now, what is the new median here? The value of y is 30 plus 32 by 2. So it's definitely 31. The value of x is 27. The value of y is 31. Now, I can definitely find out the given question. What is the given question? They have asked us to find out the value of 3x minus 2y. What is 3x? It's 81. What is 2y? 62. What is the difference? Very good, number. The answer is 19. Okay. Hope you guys are clear. We move on to the next question now. Is the next question. The ratio of acid and water in a 45-liter solution of acid and water is 5:4. So what is it that they have given? There is a 45-liter solution. Okay, 45 liters solution. I have acid also, I have water also. What is the ratio? 5:4. Acid 5 parts, water 4 parts. That's how I know. So I know 9x is equal to 45, right? So 9x is equal to 45. So what is the value of x? 5. 5 parts. So which means 25 liters acid and then 20 liters water. This is what I know as of now. And now, what is it that they have done? They have 15 liters of water is added, which means they've added 15 liters. That's why add 15 liters to it. So finally, what do I have? So I have 25 liters acid and then 35 liters water. Okay. Now, in 144 ml of the resulting solution, so the resulting solution, from the resulting solution, I am taking 144 ml. So what is the ratio in which acid and water is mixed here? When you cancel it in terms of 5, it is 5:7. So when you take 144 ml from this solution, even here, acid and water will be mixed in the same ratio, 5:7, which means 12x is equal to 144, x is equal to 12. So what do I have now? I have 60 ml acid and then the remaining 84 ml water. And in this, what am I doing? In this 144 ml of the resulting solution, 50 ml acid is added. We are adding the acid here. Okay, I'm adding 52 ml acid. Okay, 52 ml acid is added. Now, finally, what do I have? I have 112 ml acid and then 84 ml water. What is the ratio of water and acid in the final solution? Come on, guys, tell me what is the ratio? Simplify that. Very good. 4:3. Okay, we move on to the next one now. Okay, here's your next question. The income of A is 70% of the income of B, and the expenditure of B is 20% less than the expenditure of A. Okay. If the expenditure of A is equal to 60% of the income of B, okay, see, listen, I have B's income in two different places. So listen, A, B, income, expenditure. And now it is easy for me to find out the savings. How will you find out the savings? Income minus expenditure. That's all. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to assume B's income as 100 rupees. Why did I assume B's income as 100 rupees? Because B's income comes twice. So it is easy if I assume this as 100. So now listen, A's income is 70% of B's income. So this becomes 70. Okay. And then if the expenditure of A is equal to 60% of B's income, the expenditure of A is equal to 60% of this one. Okay, done. And now expenditure of B is 20% less than the expenditure of A. This is the expenditure of A. What is 20% of this one? It is 12. So 12 less. What is my B's expenditure now? It is 48. Subtract 12 from it because that's my 20% here. Now I know what is A's saving? 10. What is B's saving now? 52. Now what is the ratio? The ratio of A saving is to B saving. So it's 5:26. Are you guys clear? Okay. Super guys. This is a simple question, but provided you should know which one to assume as 100. I'm not telling you that if you assume some other value as 100, you will not get the value. No, that's not what I meant. But if you had assumed this as 100, this becomes a lot more easier because it's easy to calculate. 60% of 100 is easy, 70% of 100 is easy. But 70% of another value, it's a bit more difficult. Time is very, very important. Very good. We move on to the next one. Here's your next question. Yes. It's a simplification question, obviously. Now listen, 6.43 square plus 33.3074 plus 5.18 square divided by 6.43. Again, see, listen, 6.43 is here. And then 10.36, 2.59 and 5.18. See, 5.18 is again here. Okay, let me assume this as A. Let me assume this as B. So this becomes A and this becomes B. And obviously, this is half of this one, right? So this is B by 2. And this is 2B. Okay, the product of these three. So what happens here? If I product in terms of this one, this becomes B cube. So even here, this should be A cube now. Just my normal assumption. So I don't want you guys to find out whether this is the square of 6.43. Okay. So that's how they should have given it. They would have definitely given it that way only. That's how TCS work. Or else do the normal calculation. See, it ends in 3. It ends in 9. 3 square, it ends in 9. And what is the other thing that I know? 6.43 square should lie between 6 square and 7 square, 36 and 49. Yes, that's all. So this is A square. And this is in terms of A cube minus B cube here. And this is in terms of A square plus thing plus B square. So this should be in terms of AB, right? This should either be AB or 2AB. But listen, The value of A is 6 point something, value of B is 5 point something. So definitely AB itself is 30, I mean, bit more than 30. So 2AB should be somewhere, above 60. So definitely this is not 2AB. You guys understand? This is definitely not 2AB. So this should be AB. You can also multiply that. See, listen, last digits. 8 threes are 24, it ends in 4. So this should be AB. Now listen, in the numerator I have A square plus AB plus B square, and in the denominator I have A minus B, sorry, A cube minus B cube. No, 2AB is not possible, just now I explained to you. It should be AB, because if it was 2AB, it should have ended in 8, and it should be more than 60 also. Okay, done. And in the denominator I have A cube minus B cube. So what is the full form? How do I abbreviate this A cube minus B cube? I can abbreviate this as A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square. A square minus AB plus B square. If I do that way, A minus B into A square minus AB plus B square, this gets cancelled, and the resultant value is 1 by A minus B, which is 1 by 6.43 minus 5.18. If you subtract them, what do you get? I get 1 by 20. So 1.25. Very good. So 1.25 is nothing but 5 by 4. It's actually 5 by 4, right? Yes. So this becomes 1 by 5 by 4. This is 4 by 5. So my answer is, it's actually 0.8. You can write this as into 2 by 2. So this becomes 8 by 10. So it's 0.8. So 0.8, it lies between which one? Tell me the option. Make it fast. Is it option B? C? Yes, it's option C. Okay, guys, very good. Okay, now we'll move on to the next question. Okay. So guys, listen here. Okay, for the data given below, okay, they have given some data, marks obtained below 10, below 20, below 30, below 40, below 50, number of students in that particular given data. Fine. If X is the class mark of the model class, okay, if X is the class mark of the model class, and Y is the upper limit of the median class, then the value of 2x plus y is. First, I want you guys to understand what is this model class. Okay, let's say we have data in this format. Now we'll change it to some other thing. Let's say 0 to 10, how many students? 10 to 20, how many students? In this range. 20 to 30, how many students? 30 to 40, how many students? And then 40 to 50. Sir, this is what they've already given us, sir. Why are we writing it again? Guys, listen, no, this is not the data that they have given. What's the data that they have given? Once they say less than 20, means all the students who have got less than 20. Which means this gives me the data of 0 to 20, not 10 to 20. Okay, let me break that down here. That's what I'm trying to do. So 0 to 10 is same as below 10. So there is no change in that. But when I talk about 10 to 20, this is not same as 10 to 20. It has both 0 to 10 and 10 to 20. So put together it is 16. So if I take away 5 here, I'll have 11. Same way. Guys, tell me, what is the value that I should have here? Here. Is it 7? Guys, listen, when I say it's less than 30, it involves all of previous ones also. It involves all three. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, then 20 to 30. Very good, it's 12. Subtract the previous value, that's all. If you want 20 to 30, subtract 16 from it. If you want 30 to 40, take away all the values less than 30. So take away 28 from it, you get 14. Same way, if you want only 40 to 50, take away all the values less than 40. Take away 42 from it, you have 30 here. So this is my 30. Now, what is a model class, guys? A model class is some class which, see, it's basics. When will I say, when will I talk about one particular class as a model class? A class which has got more number of marks. A class which has got more number of marks, right? Obviously, definitely. Now, the class mark of the model class. So this is my model class. So this is definitely my model class with the highest scores. Okay. Now, what is my class mark? What do you mean by class mark here? The average of the range. So the average of the range is 45. So the value of x is 45. And what about y? What did I tell you guys about y? Median, the middle value. When you have a lot of data, median is my middle value. But listen carefully. What do I have here? I have 72 students altogether. They are split in different ranges based on their marks, but altogether I have 72 in that particular class. So if I write all the 72 students, the middle one would have been 36th student and 37th student, right? The 36th student and 37th student, I should average their marks, or else that's when I give the median. Now tell me, in which range will I have the median student? The first 5 students are here, the next 11 students are here, the next 12 students are here, the next 14 are here, and the last 30 are here. In which range will I be able to see this 36th student and 37th student? Very good. They would be in this range, because in less than 30, I've got 28. So till here, I've got 28 students would have been the last student here. And here, 42nd student would be the last student here. So both 36th and 37th student will be in this range. Yes. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to find out the median? No. In the median class, the upper limit. The marks ranges from 30 to 40. What is my upper limit? 40. So the value of y is 40. Now tell me, what is the value of 2x plus y, guys? Very good. That's all. The answer is 130. The answer is 130. This question, I wouldn't say this is a difficult question at all, no. But unless and otherwise you guys are able to understand the given data and take the required data from the given one, I would say this is a bit tricky. But to be true, this is one of the most easiest questions, guys. Okay, we'll move on to the next one now. Okay, it's a question based on time and work. Fine, no problem. We'll do it now. Okay. A and B together can do a piece of work in 16 days. Okay, done. A and B put together, they do a piece of work in 16 days. Whereas B and C can do the same work in 20 days. Okay, B and C, they do the same work in 20 days. Okay, fine. In this case, what did I tell you guys? In general, whenever you guys have a time, speed and distance, sorry, time and work or your pipes and systems, you should go with their efficiencies, find out their efficiencies first. So first for which you should assume their total work. And what did I tell you? How do you assume a total work? You should assume it in terms of LCM of the given time taken in order to make our calculations easier. I'm not telling you guys that is the only way, but if you do it this way, it will be easier. You can assume any value as the total work, but I am assuming that as the LCM of the time taken. What is the LCM of 16 and 20? 60, 80. So it's 80 units. So they are supposed to do 80 units of work. If A and B, they work together, they complete that particular work in 16 days, which means they complete 5 units of work in one day. Because 16 5s are 80. Same way, B and C, they complete the entire 80 units in 20 days, which means in a single day, they complete 4 units of work. In a single day, they complete 4 units of work. Now, always remember one thing. You can never assume A plus B is equal to 12, B plus C is equal to 20 and then equate. You are never ever supposed to do that. In a time and work question, equation based on time taken, never. But equation based on efficiencies, you can definitely do them. Which means A's efficiency plus B's efficiency is 5 units per day. Same way, B's efficiency plus C's efficiency is 4 units per day. And what is it that I know? I know A is twice as good worksman as C. So compared to C, A is twice as good as N. Compared to C, A is twice as good as N. Clear? So I can rewrite the first equation as 2C plus B is equal to 5. Same way, C plus B is equal to 4. If I subtract the first one from the second one, so the second one from the first one, what do I get? The value of C is 1 units per day. If that is the case, what is the value of A then? It's 2 units per day. This is not required, but still I'm telling you guys. And what is the value of B? B's efficiency. He completes 3 units per day. How am I telling you guys this? Because C plus B is 4 units per day. B and C put together, they complete 4 units. If C is 1 unit, B should be 3 units. Which means B can do 3 units of work in a single day. What is my actual question then? If B alone can do the same work in how many days? B alone can complete the same work in how many days? So time taken for B. Very good, Harshita. How do you calculate this? Total work by his efficiency. He has to complete 80 units of work, but he can complete only 3 units of work per day. So what's my answer now? It's 26 2 by 3. 26 2 by 3. That's my answer. Okay. So hope you guys are clear. We'll move on to the next one. It's a simple question from time and work. Done. Here's your next question. The standard deviation of the data. Okay. How do I find out the standard deviation of the data, guys? What is the formula to find out the standard deviation of the data? It is the square root of variance. Standard deviation is the square root of variance. And how to find out the variance? Variance is the average of the squared differences of the mean. Average of the squared differences. Squared differences of mean. Okay. First, To find out this one, to find out the variance, I need this one. To find out this one, I need mean. What is mean? How do I find out mean? Sum of all the terms by number of terms. So mean. Add all the data and tell me what is the sum that I have here. Come on guys, make it fast. I have 10 terms, that's there. But if I add them, what do I get? No, I think I've done some mistake. Do it again. Very good, so 150 is the sum. So mean becomes 15. Now, listen guys, the average of the squared difference. Now, all these datas should be compared with mean and you should write their difference. So when I compare 5 with 15, it is, what is the difference that I have? Minus 10. Square that. Square that. And then, same way. If I compare 7 with 15, I have difference 8. Same way. 9 with 15, difference 6. 11 with 15, I have difference 4. 13 with 15, I have difference 2. 16 with 15, I have difference 1. 17, 2. 18, 3. 19, 4. And then finally 35. What is the difference between 35 and 15? You have 20 square. And you're not just supposed to find out these sum of these squares, you're supposed to find out the average of them. The average of the square differences of the mean. Add them and divide by 10 and tell me what is the value that you guys get. It's 100. Very good. It's 650. So 650 by 10, it is 65. This is my variance, guys. All I've done is found out the variance. What am I supposed to do? Standard deviation is the square root of variance. What is square root of 65? What is the square root of 65? It's actually 8.02 or 8.06. Yeah, sorry. It's 8.06. So it lies between the range. Option B, yeah, very good, very good. 7.8 and 8.2. Okay. Now move on to the next one. Renu bought 28 articles at rupees. Okay, let's say cost price is something that I know now. But the cost price of 28 articles, let's say cost price of 28 articles, 1540. If that's the case, what is the cost price of one article? Come on guys, what is the cost price of one article? $55. Very good. And I also know that she sold them for a profit. Instead of telling us what is the direct profit that she made, they have told us that the profit made is equal to cost price of 6 articles. So profit is equal to 6 into cost price of 1 article. 6 into cost price. So 6 into 55. What is 6 into 55? It's 330. Very good. But listen, this is the profit obtained when she sold all the 28. Okay, she sold them, which means she has sold everything. This is the total profit that she made. So tell me the profit for one article. What is the profit for one article that she made? Profit for 28 articles is 330. What is the profit for one article now? Yeah, it's 11.7. It's 11.78 to be exact. Okay. Now, how do I find out selling price? I know selling price is equal to cost price plus profit. So, selling price of one article is equal to 55 plus 11.78. So, it is 66.78 rupees. I know the selling price of one article. My actual question is, how many articles she would have sold for 840 rupees? So number of articles is my question. So number of articles sold for 840 is equal to 840 divided by selling price of 1. So this is 840 divided by 66.78. Yeah guys, find out the nearest integer and tell me, because the number of articles obviously it should be an integer. Very good, it's 12. The answer is 12. Super. So the number of articles should definitely be in integers. So it is 12. Very good. We'll move on to the next question now. Here's your next question. Okay. When numbers 5075, 3584 and 2732 are divided by a are they divided by the greatest number D, the remainder in each case is R. What is the value of 3D minus R? So it's quite obvious. I should find out the value of D and I should find out the value of R. Okay. And if you guys have studied the number system, there is a concept where when three or more numbers are there, when there is a case, find the greatest number which divides all three numbers by leaving a common remainder. If the question was, find the greatest number that divides all these three numbers, you have to find out the HCF. But my question is, find the greatest number that divides all these three numbers by leaving a common remainder. If that's my question, you are supposed to find out, let's say A, B, or C, A, B, and C are there. A, B, and C are there. You are supposed to find out the HCF of the difference A minus B and B minus C. The differences, let's say B minus A and C minus B, anything based on the numbers, just the difference. You are supposed to find out the HCF. I'll give you guys an example here. Let's say I'll give you three numbers, 10, 13, and then 19. Find the greatest number that divides all these three numbers by leaving a common remainder. Find the greatest number that divides all these three numbers by leaving a common remainder. If that's my question, what did I tell you? Find out the HCF of the difference of first two and the difference of second two. 13 minus 10 and then 19 minus 13. Very good. So the HCF of 3 and 6. What is the HCF of 3 and 6? It's 3. So try that. If I divide this by 3, I get remainder 1. If I divide this by 3, I get remainder 1. If I divide this one by 3, I get remainder 1. So that's how I am supposed to solve a question based on greatest number that gives the common remainder. Now, in this question, what am I supposed to do? I am supposed to find out the HCF of the difference of the first two. What is it? Let's say 5075 minus 3584 and 3584 2732. Which means I'm supposed to find out the HCF of the difference is 1491 and then 852. Yeah, guys, tell me what is the, very good. What is the HCF of these two? Find out and tell me what is the HCF of these two. No, that's not the HCF. 213, very good. It's 213, 213. That's my HCF. As of now, I have found out the greatest number, D's value, 213. Now, I want you guys to find out the remainder when I divide either of these numbers. Let's say I divide the smallest number, that's easier, right? Because it is going to leave me the same remainder. That's how this concept works. If I divide 2732 divided by 213, what is the remainder that I get? Come on guys, divide it normally and tell me what is the remainder. Is it 12? No. No, I don't want you guys to find out the exact value, guys. I want you guys to find out the remainder. Guys, if you divide this by 213, let's say 1 times 213, what is the difference that I get? I get somewhere around, it's exactly 60, so 602. And then how many times? I can only hardly multiply that to 2 times. So if I multiply this to 2 times 426, it's 602 here. 602 and 426. What is the difference? Okay, so it's 671. 176 is my remainder. Very good. 176. So the value of R is 176. Guys, never ever get confused with the remainder and the actual value. They are asking us to find out the remainder. Okay. Now that you guys have the D value and R value, just find out the value of 3D minus 2R and tell me. So guys, it's 287. Very good. Okay, let's move to the next question. Come on fast. Okay. X takes 2.5 hours more than the time taken by Y to cover a certain distance. X takes 2.5 hours more than Y. Okay, done. If X doubles his speed, he can cover the same distance in 1.5 hours time less than that of Y to the same distance. Okay. Okay, let me put it this way. Time taken by X is equal to X. Let me assume it this way. As of now, time taken by X and Y be X and Y. Okay. In the first case, what is it that they have told me? X takes 2.5 hours more than the time taken by Y. Okay. So I know for sure that X is more and Y is less, and the difference is 2.5 hours. That's what they have told me in the first equation. And in the second equation, if X doubles his speed, listen, if X doubles his speed, what happens to his time? His time becomes half. You guys get it? If X doubles his speed, his time becomes half. So in the second case, Y minus 0.5x is equal to 1.5 hours. X takes 2.5 hours more than Y in my first case. Whereas in the second case, as the X has doubled his speed, this becomes half his usual time taken. It is less than the Y's time taken by 1.5 hours. We have two equations now. Yes, if I add them, minus Y plus Y gets cancelled. I have X and 0.5x. So finally I have 0.5x. Add them, I have 4. So the value of X is 8. Okay. What is my actual question? How much time in hours does Y required to cover 2/3 of the same distance? Which means I need the value of Y to cover the full distance. The time taken by Y to cover the full distance. I know the value of X here. Tell me the value of Y now. If this is 8, 8 minus 2.5, it's 5.5. Which means Y takes 5.5 hours to cover full distance. So actual question is time taken by Y, time Y to cover 2/3 of the distance. So how do I find this out? 2/3 into total time taken. It's 5.5. I can write that as 11/2 because all my answers are in fractions. I'm writing that as 11/2. So 11/3. That's not there in my option. So let me change this to mixed fraction. So 3 plus 2. 9 plus 2. So 9 by 3, 3. It's 3, 2 by 3. Option B. Very good. Okay. Super. We move on to the next one. Done. A sum of x is divided between A, B, C, D such that the ratio of the shares of A and B is 9:5. C share is 70% of B share, and the ratio of the share of D to the combined share of B and C is 1:3. Okay, listen. A, B, C, and D. So I know this is 9x and 5x because they are in the ratio 9:5. And C share is 70% of B share. 70% of this one. What is 70% of 5x? 70% of 10x is 7. So 5x, the half of it, 3.5x. Right? And what do I know about the D share? So I know, and the ratio of B share is to the combined ratio of B plus C is in the ratio 1:3. So the combined ratio of B plus C is 8.5. I know this is D and B plus C. D by B plus C is 1/3. I know this is 1/3. And I also know that B plus C, it takes 8.5x put together. Yes, this is D share. So can I say D share is 8.5x by 3. So this is 8.5x by 3. Okay. Now, just to make my calculations easier, I am multiplying all these values by 3. So this becomes 27x, 15x, this becomes 10.5x, and this is 8.5x because 3 gets cancelled here. Okay. Now, what is my actual question? Find the value of x. Guys, listen, this is not what they are asking us to find out. The total sum, x, which means the sum of each and everyone's share. Sum of each and everyone's share. Clear? Done. Total x is equal to sum of each and everyone's share. What is each and everyone's share put together? So can I say x is equal to 61 into small x? Right? If I add these, everything, 27, 37, 47, and then 56, 60, done. So it's 61, x, small x. Very good, Arvind. Or else if you want to find out straight away, you know, (27) out of 61 parts of the total x. The total x is 999. The total is 61 parts. A's alone is 27 parts. So 27 out of 61 part of the total value is 999. So total x is equal to 999 into 61 divided by 27. You can do this way also. (111) is definitely divisible by 3, so it is 37. So 37 into 61, 7 ones are 7. This is the only option that ends with 7. So this is my answer. Answer is 2257. Okay, fine. We'll move on to the next question now. Listen, what is the mean of the mode and the median? What is the mean of the mode and the median? What is median? You know what is median. Write all the given data in the increasing order and the middle term. If I don't have a middle term, middle two terms, the average of it. That's my median. What is my mode? Mode is the data that is repeated the most. The number that is repeated the most. Come on guys, do it on your own. We'll do it together anyway, but I want you guys to do it. Very good, Arvind. Very good. Superb.
ஓகே அந்த அட்லீஸ்ட் 10 பிடிபி 10 ஏதாவது போட்டிருக்கீங்கல்ல 2 பேமெண்ட் போட்டிருக்கீங்க 3 பிடிபி போட்டிருக்கீங்க எப்படிமா
Very good. What is the median here? It is 5 plus 6 by 2. So it's 5.5. And what is my mode? The number that is repeated the most. It's 6. And I'm supposed to find out the mean of these two. So 5.5 plus 6 by 2. So it is 5.75. Very good. So okay everyone, listen here. And we have a lot of sample questions to solve more. We'll do it this way. And we are ready to solve logical part and verbal part. And if possible, we'll also try to discuss technical questions too. But obviously we cannot do it in a single day. So we'll do it the next day. So same day. Tomorrow we'll again have this session from 5 to 7 or however time we need it. We'll start the session by 5. And before that, I want you guys to do one small favor for me. Listen, as I've already told you, unless and otherwise you guys practice a lot of mock test and or the previous year's questions, it is definitely going to be very, very difficult. And so what is it that we have done is we have come up with a test series that consists of all the previous year's questions, and we have given mocks having questions from quants, logical, verbal in their own times in the same pattern. Okay, we have mocks and everything, and we are providing a test series. And if you guys are interested to take up the test series, please do message me, and you guys know how to contact me. And listen here. And when it comes to the mock test that I've already told you, so obviously we are providing a test series, guys. Test series that consists of all the mocks, the previous year's questions of TCS, all everything like quantitative ability, reasoning, verbal, technical MCQ questions, everything. And one more thing, and if you guys are interested, let me tell you how to get it, or else I'll do it this way. I'll send you guys the link also. Don't, no problem. One second, I will show you guys the link on how to take up the test series. Okay, visit our website. This is our website, careerlauncher.com/. You have everything here. And once you visit our website, once you scroll down, we train students for a lot of courses, ranging from bank exams, SSC, uh, GRE exams, GMAT exams, and their college placements. And when it comes to college placements, we do general CRT training, and we also do TCS Cracker course. So this particular cracker, TCS Cracker, if you visit our website, you'll be able to see this TCS Cracker. And once you click on Enroll Now, this was actually a course, but this one, for this price, 199 plus taxes, you'll get only the test series. Like I told you, you get only the test series. But apart from the test series, you'll also get our Telegram link where you guys can post your doubts anytime, not just for teachers. Complete access, and you can post your doubts anytime. Our trainers will be there to assist you. You guys can do it anytime. And I'll also send you guys the link. Don't worry to use this TCS NQT cracker. It's just 199 plus taxes based. It's hardly 235. But you have a lot of mocks here. You have sectional tests. All these questions that you get to see in TCS mocks here are already asked in TCS in the previous years. All are previous year questions. Please do make use of it. And I want you guys to do one more thing. So now that you guys have attended the session, we would like to know what is it that you think about the session. So I want you guys to give me a small feedback. Feedback link has been posted in the chat box. So please do. Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you to you too. So please click that link and give us your feedbacks. So we definitely would like to know whether how you understood the session, how everything is worked out. And if you guys have any other doubts also, not just based on TCS, even in terms of anything else, you feel free to reach me. You guys know how to reach me. And that's my WhatsApp number. If you guys have any doubts or anything, please do message me in that. So thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you, Dinagaran. Thank you, Nandini, Kokila, Kusulya. Yes, thanks to you too. Guys, please don't forget to give me your feedbacks. That's only how I get to know how you guys found this useful. Thanks, Kartika. Thanks, Nandita. Guys, the feedback link is there in the chat box. It has been posted again. Don't forget to fill now. I want you guys to fill the session. The feedback links. Thanks, bro. Thanks, OnePlus More. Okay, I don't know your name, sorry. Thanks, Namada. Thanks, Suresh. And thanks to Deepa and Adit. Very good. Guys, don't forget to give me your feedbacks. And if you guys need any other assistance, not just in terms of your TCS, if you guys want anything else or any other support, do let us know. I'll let you know if that is possible for us to do it. Anything that we are able to do, we'll definitely deliver. Thanks, Arshita. It means a lot to us. Thanks a lot. and it's our YouTube channel. And please do subscribe to our Facebook page. We do a lot of free webinars every now and then. And once you guys get connected to us to social media, you guys will be able to attend all our social free webinar sessions also. Thanks, Sandhuja. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, hope you all have submitted your feedback forms. If you guys have submitted your feedbacks, we'll end this session now. But please do make sure you guys submit your feedbacks, because that's the only way we understand how you like our session, how we found it useful. Please don't forget to give your feedbacks.